Oh, let's see. Yeah, 43. And let's just take a look at some lovely graph. So yeah, most of you are playing on PC, I guess, compared to Mac. That's okay. And yeah, most of the game are fun. I'm guessing the complexity are a bit in between, like the same. So that's cool, I guess. This is what we call, we have to discover a little bit more regarding this one, because uh, the fun, flow, and clarity is okay. So the designer will be happy with that. But since this is in the same, so then we have to discuss and then revise based on this basically. Yeah, so we got that.
Maybe depends the
Strongest
player.
point. Hmm?
Depends the player, because if all gamers, yeah, the result will be different if you just
Yeah,
play first time.
true. So yeah, different target market has different opinion as well. That's cool. Yeah, strongest point of the game. It's simple, satisfying. Oh, yeah. One of the yeah. Weakest point gets boring real quick. The goal doesn't seem to rewarding anything. It makes you really a little bit noisy. Yeah. Okay. Cool. If you had a magic wand, what would you update? Perhaps some story? Because I have no idea. Yes. Okay, nothing. I'm not sure. Oh, first game. Right, cool. So that's yeah, that is the responses from you. Yeah, and normally after we've done this, then we check in detail. For instance, this one. Then it we'll have a look what's happening within each play tester. Yeah, normally we have this more data on this one, but that's okay. All right. So thank you everyone who played and do the survey. Uh, I'm just going to stop the sharing and go ahead for Sarbhana session for today. Thank you.
Samuel is already here. Oh, the name is Cornelius Samuel, but
Good.
in Venus, it's only Samuel. Okay, so welcome to Samuel and Johan. We call them that. Okay. Yeah. Today we will have a webinar, just sharing with computer science alumni. They both batch 2015. Yeah, it's correct. I think 15.
Yep,
and also, yeah. Well, one of his very famous maybe. No, I mean, if you watch some video in Venus promotion, you will see one of the guy. Right, Johan?
That video is still there, sir.
Yeah, it's scary, right?
I should get paid royalty for that.
I'm also there. Yeah, I'm also there. So we're still in JWC in that time. So yeah, in time to time they use some of the video, just part of the video, yeah. And I think your part is always they put it in the video.
Awesome.
So yeah, these two guys is very good student. Even for Samuel, I'm the thesis supervisor, yeah, Samuel. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're so good that, and you forget that you got A for the thesis. I still remember. So when I said you got A, no, I don't get A. So yeah. So this guy, both of them, when graduate work in Gojek, right?
Yes.
But one of them right now is have own company. Actually, they both have a startup, right? Two of you work together. I mean, and also build something for several companies. So yeah, today they will share. So I think who wants to share first, Samuel or I will give you as a forgot co-host. Yeah. So you can share if you want to share some material. So
Sure.
Okay. So how are you guys, both of you?
Good.
Yeah.
Staying home, obviously, and with the new PSBB rules coming up, so more staying at home again.
More savings.
Okay, where's your face? Your video?
I've already
We
turned
turn
on
it
my
on.
video.
Where?
Johan's here, so should spotlight Johan instead of Surbahana.
Yeah. Why my face?
There we go. Oh,
Okay.
you can do both. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think you can have some gallery view to see everyone.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm using.
You're the spotlight, Johan.
Yeah.
All right. I
I'm
guess.
using my phone. The connection is not good, so it's better using phone. So yeah, who wants to share first the slide? I think Samuel. I think also
Sam, I
prepare
guess you
some
want to
video.
share something.
Okay,
Okay.
let me share. 1 second. There.
Can you do this? Okay, right?
Ini Samuel di itu juga deh, di pin juga sekalian tuh.
Apa?
Di pin.
Ya, lu lah. Gue bisa ya. Ya, pin sendiri-sendiri, baik.
Oh gitu toh. Baru tahu
Iya.
gua.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Okay, thank you. Ya. Wait. Okay, Jo.
Okay. So thanks for having me, Sabahana and the new students of Venus. Nice to meet you all. My name is Cornelius Samuel. People just call me Sam. Right now I'm working at Gojek as iOS engineer. My team is Gojek Customer Platform. Customer Platform is, well, the customer app is something that you use every day, I hope. We have some other apps, but I'll go into that later. So first, I have an obligation to kind of sell my company first to you guys before moving into some journey, my journey as a product engineer in Gojek. So if you guys don't know, I think you guys know, Gojek is a tech company. And in Gojek, we have 3 main super apps. You can see here, we have customer apps, we have driver apps, and we have merchant apps. These are the main apps that we offer to our users. Customer apps is the one that the most users interact daily, while the driver apps is the interface for our drivers. And lastly, we have merchant apps. This is the newest one. This is used by our merchant partners, like GoFood restaurants and I guess mostly GoFood restaurants. Oops. And as of today, Gojek have 20 plus services, and do not ask me if I can explain one by one because I cannot. I can only explain probably GoFood and GoRide. I don't even know what GoFitness and GoService is. So yeah, Gojek sure has grown into something very big. And right now we are operating in 4 countries, if I remember correctly: Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, and I think we're also expanding to Philippines and Malaysia soon. So we have 190 million app downloads, 2+ million driver partners, and 500,000 plus merchant partners. And you know what? Gojek, based on the study in 2019, Gojek contributed 104.6 trillion rupiah to our country's economy. Trillion rupiah. That's awesome. Imagine if you have that much money.
Yeah.
So moving on to today's main agenda for me. It will be very quick. So I would kind of like tell you guys the life of product engineer in Gojek. Not really, just a summary of it. Let's start. So right now I'm working as an iOS engineer, but when I first joined Gojek, I actually work as a web engineer because I think back then we are using PHP. Yeah, PHP mostly. And then I moved to backend I work with Golang and Ruby. And then currently, like I said, I am an iOS engineer. My favorite languages, first is Swift, because right now I'm doing iOS. And then I have Ruby and Golang for backend. And lastly, I have Indonesia and English for human conversation. So if you ask me what are my daily activities, my daily activities as product engineer, first I have what we call a stand-up meeting. It's basically a daily meeting where we update our teams, like what happened yesterday and what we will do today. Basically, this is the main communication between inside the team. So every people will update. Typically, we should stand up. That's why we call it stand up meetings. Apart from this, we have also other meetings like sprint planning and then retrospective. It's part of a product development cycle. I think you got into that in semester 4 or something. And then I used to check emails and Slacks. These two are the main communication we use in Gojek. We are not allowed to use WhatsApp, Facebook, or other communication channels because of security reasons. And lastly, I spend most of my time reading and writing codes. So what has been fun? I have about around 5 years experience in Gojek. First, I find a lot of things to learn in Gojek, like really lots of things. I learned web, I learned backend, and inside backend you have lots of things. Inside iOS you have more things. So yeah, there are lots of things to learn as a product engineer. And then I also meet lots of amazing people to learn from, like Pak Nadim, if you know our Ministry of Education right now. He was a CEO of Gojek. And there are many other people, including Johan himself. And then, you feel proud when your work is being used by the people around you, and they just it just feels nice because you see what you're working for is being used by other people. Oh, another perk is you got to work overseas because Gojek now has office in Singapore, in India, in Vietnam, Thailand. And then Gojek start really small as a small office in Kemang, and right now it has become really big. It serves 4 countries and still expanding. So being part of that grow is very, very rare experience for me. Next, what's not so fun during these 5 years? So previously I mentioned that I find a lot of things to learn, right? But there is a challenge because there's so much things to learn. Finding the time to learn those things is actually challenging because, a lot of things. I mean it, a lot of things. And then because I met lots of different people, they're coming from maybe different teams. They have different goals, different timeline, different budget, different cost, whatever. And sometimes adjusting to what we need to like finding the middle way is kind of challenging. Also, because people around me is using Gojek, and then when they know that I work at Gojek, they just come to me and complain, hey, this is not working. Hey, why is it so laggy and stuff like that? And the last one is bugs. As programmer, you hate bugs, like literally the bugs that fly around and the bugs in your code. Lastly, from me, it's like tips for you guys who just joined Venus. First and foremost, you have to understand the basic and fundamental concepts in your early years, because like in math, if you don't understand addition and multiplication, for example, it would be very hard for you to understand algebra or calculus or even trigonometry. So understanding your basics is really important in programming. Second, I know most of us, including myself, we love to play video games, but in computer science, do not in the class, because you're allowed to use laptop. do not play games excessively, play games moderately, and use your time wisely. But do use Google excessively because in programming, actually, yeah, in programming, whatever challenges you have, whatever questions you have, whatever, even maybe the lecturer's question, exam questions, you might find it on Google. Google is a source of information. You can find many things like documentation, tutorials, and stuff like that. Just use Google excessively. However, do not copy paste blindly. What I mean by copy pasting blindly is sometimes you just find the answer and you don't understand the answer, you just use it and boom, the code works. The problem is whenever you face the same or similar problem again, you will have to repeat the same thing again. Repeating the same thing means you will be inefficient. You have to spend more times, and like I said before, finding times to learn is hard, right? If you can be more efficient by not copy pasting, by doing it yourself, it would free you some time to learn other things, or maybe to use it to play games, maybe. Another one is work on your projects and thesis seriously, because who knows what they can get you into. Probably you can start thinking of what you want to build or what you want to do after you graduate as projects or thesis. And who knows if some investors, they're interested in your project.
Please silent the others.
Yeah. My last advice would be do not give up, because as a programmer, I believe nowadays we are in high demand and the job pays quite well. So do not give up. These 5 years will be, 4 years will be worth it. Lastly, I have a video that I have to share with you guys from Gojek.
Sam, I think the audio is not there. Sam.
Yeah, just the audio, yes, Sam. No audio. Samuel. Samuel.
I think he's currently hearing the audio so loud that he cannot hear us.
Yeah, maybe. So, okay, it's okay lah.
I can assure you guys this video is very good.
Yeah, you can tell it.
That's actually all from me. Thank you guys.
Okay. So, Johan, you want to share something first?
Sure.
Okay.
How much time do I have here?
It's okay. Whatever you want.
What? All right. Wait a sec. I'll share my screen then.
Thank you, Samuel.
Right. So I have a clarification first. I think as Sir Bahana mentioned, I did work on in Gojek almost 5 years, I guess, and I resigned from Gojek and currently moved to another startup, which is led by my previous boss in Gojek also, which is called Pinhome. And Pinhome is a property startup company. And for today, but what Mr. Bahana mentioned also is not wrong either. I have software company that creates softwares for a lot of SME company, especially, and most of them is to enhance efficiency and optimize their daily workload. And that's pretty much it. Oops. And Let me ask one question first, Sir Bahana.
Yep.
Am I right to assume that most of the participant is a newly joiner to Venus?
All new students
new.
from computer science and design.
Oh, design people is here also. Nice.
Yeah.
Then this slide would be even more relevant to the participant. Good.
Okay. Good.
I did not prepare much because there's no topic or some sort of I expect more question from you guys. So don't hesitate to ask. And so yeah, I'll start with the introduction of Pinhome. So Pinhome itself is a startup company, property tech platform facilitating purchase and rental, though we currently uh, focusing on the purchase first, but then we will focus on rental also. End-to-end across residential and commercial properties. And our three main values is accessibility, transparency, and growth. Provide ease for everyone to invest, run, purchase property, democratize property information to enable better decision making, and help to create continuously increasingly and progressive value over time. If you do not know Pinhome yet, please check it out on pinhome.id while listening to me. And without Pinhome, the listing on the current, you could say, marketplace of property currently is redundant and non-standardized. That might cause to the confusion to the stakeholders, either buyer, renter, property owner. And then most of them stops at the discovery itself. So it doesn't cater end-to-end transaction compared to Pinhome, which we facilitate from discovery to transaction, and even helping with the other stakeholders such as financing providers. And yeah, because they only help you discover, so there's no cashback or other benefit. Compared to Pinhome, we do provide the other benefit if you buy your property through Pinhome. So if you have some extra cash right now, you could probably search properties through Pinhome and buy some properties and help me raising my KPI. Or tell your parents who we are. So our CEO is Dayudara Permata. As mentioned before, she was my ex-boss in Go Life / Gojek. She has 9 years experience, ex-McKinsey, Axiata Strategy from ITB, ITB. And we have the speakers today, Adrianus Johan, which is me, 5+ years experience. We did create the very first version of Go Live along with Samuel also. So you could say Go Live is made by Binus alumni, 100%.
Right.
And then
with FMD, FMD also.
Sorry. Oh yeah,
FMD,
he was also he's helping me at the time. That's
okay.
true. Okay. And one other person, I forgot his name. But
Stephen.
Also, yeah, Stephen, Steffi. In Gojek, I'm a graduate of computer science, but in Gojek, I'm not an engineer. So I start as a product manager. I don't know if you guys really aware of what product manager roles are, but we'll get into that. And yeah, and what's great about Pinhome, in number, we become the first Indonesia's closed loop property technology startup. And only within the 6-month time span, we have 5 billion property asset under our management and 1,500 total agent realtor. And yeah, you can see the number. I can assure you this is not an easy fit number to achieve within 6 months of a new startup. So that's what makes us unique. Our speed is neck breaking, you can say. And yeah, our client and coverage is also including all the brands that you've seen before in your daily life. Great. Coming to the topic, finding your path in the EPD world. Because I figured that you guys are not fresh yet. What's the new university student which still don't know what to do, what to become after graduating from BNS. So I'll share you what are the options available in the market right now, or at least in the startup world. We usually call it EPD, and what EPD stands for is usually engineer, product designer, and I add this researcher, and I might also add data engineering, that includes in engineering also, but specialized on data, or BI, business intelligence. And this practically what is the most relevant, I think, for you guys to consider too within the industry itself. Oh, there's some question. I'll answer to that later.
Yeah, later.
All right. What is their similarities and difference actually? On the different side, obviously, the hard skill is all different. In engineering, you are expected to be able to code good, code better, and become better along the time. Keep improving and keep following the technology, new technology throughout the years. I think even compared to the last 5 years, right now, there's new technology emerging, and you will get behind if you don't know that. Designer is pretty obvious, I think, but I might add in the startup world, at least, you could choose to become a UI UX designer, or you could choose to become a designer in marketing, which providing the content for the any kind of marketing related design, or I think branding is also there. Preparing assets for UI UX also there, and usually it's paired with the copywriter. So if you happen to love to write also, that's an option. The third one I want to discuss is researcher. Again, it usually refer to qualitative research, though the expectation is more into overall research. So not only do qualitative research, which is survey, probably in-depth interview, FGD, focus group discussion, and then combining it with the quantitative data from our platform, and giving insights on what are the user actually want and what needs to be built on the conceptual level. And lastly is the product person. It's a shame that I do not put some good Venn diagram here. So I want to visualize that product person is the one that's standing in the middle of everything. So you could say it's orchestrating between engineer, designer, and researcher. And not only that, it also orchestrating through marketing people, business development people, operation people, and then the output would be the roadmap of the product, but the outcome would be the customer satisfaction or whatever the company want to achieve at the time. So I could probably share in the previous company, for the longest time, the outcome would be the number of orders daily, or average order daily or monthly. Yeah, you could imagine what would be the focus on the property selling company. And what is actually their similarities? I would say the similarities is the objective and mindset. As cliche as it is, but it's true. All of them should be a customer focus centric individual, or else you would become a robot within an organization. And what do I mean by that? Whatever you're working on, you need to know the objective, right? Why are you working on this? Probably as an engineer, you might wonder why you built a particular feature where the customer can reorder through the history screen rather than the usual purchasing screen. What is the significance to build that? Does the customer really want to use that? What is the basis on that? Although it is the product person and probably researcher or data person to gather the data and give a justification on what is the important to build that, you as an engineer will have a greatly, I could say, greatly impacted whenever you do your work to know what are the objective of this feature. Otherwise, you will just become a complaining in the background. Why do I need to build this? This is not useful, and why is that way? So same goes to researcher, product person, and designer. Why are you designing this? Why should I provide the button big enough? Probably because your customer segment is adult, probably. And that is it. Actually, the difference and similarities. I expect we dig more through the question, so I did not prepare the slides that much. So yeah, you can explore each of them. You can find out more. You can ask more. But given the options on the market that we have engineering, we have designer, product person, researcher, or I forgot to input the BI or the data person. What needs to be done, or what is suggested to be done? First of all, well, obviously not changing your major immediately. It would be a waste of time if you do not know what exactly that you want and you change it immediately. Try it out. You might fall in love with the process. You might fall in love on what you're doing on a daily basis. Secondly is try everything. You're still very, very young, although for some people I still consider it to be young, but looking at you guys, I'm probably not that young anymore. So try everything. You have slight interest in design, go for it. If I'm not mistaken, BNS have some obviously good in design major, and even in the CS itself, I do think they have some game design. I'm not sure what they teach you at that, but please do try it. But then master, I think you have 4 years in there. You could probably try everything for 2 years, for example, and then you know what you like, then try to master it within the last 2 years. And to quote Bruce Lee, he fears someone that practice one kick 10,000 times rather than someone who practice 10,000 kicks but one time. It's just important to be a master at a thing, because you will be defined from that, not defined. You will be more easier to be recognized if you have some mastery on your life. So same goes with you have focus more than 3, it means you don't have focus at all. If you able to do web backend, iOS design and research all by you, there will be a time that you will be a master of those things. But within these 4 years, I think choose one thing and really master it. And lastly, the one thing that I probably will tell myself back in the day, other than chilling out in my home, is to create something, whatever that is. Just create some random SaaS thing that might help your brother to do his homework probably, or try to create some SaaS thing to help your father business to inventorize the SKU. Try to get your first users, and I promise you that will be very satisfying and you'll be proud of yourself. And as a bonus, it will be a differentiator, key differentiator between you and the other, and the rest of the, you could say, fresh graduate at the time. And that is all. Thank you. And yeah, I'll start to accepting some question, but first I probably answer one question that already there in the chat.
Thank you, John.
What side projects? Yeah, what side projects do you think are the most useful for us to learn new in-demand technology? Okay, what side projects? Is this coming from a computer science person or designer person? The usual answer is depends, right? If you want to be if you already know what you want to be, cool. May I know, do you have any view on what you want to become, like specifically backend engineer or mobile engineer, or I'm not sure, AI master probably,
data scientist,
data scientist,
full stack
stream, but front end realistically right now. Cool. If you want to be full stack / specialized in front end, Sam, I will point you because you're currently in a front end business. What you as an interviewer or a new joiner, or for candidate in Gojek, what are the things that you usually look at within your candidate?
His face.
Sam?
Usually looking at first of all GPA, of course. I think we have standardized 3-point-something GPA as the minimum, and then we'll task some technicalities. But for this question, because you guys are freshmen, I might suggest different things, not according to what I as an interviewer is looking for candidate. For you guys, I think the easiest one to start from is by starting a website project. Because a website project, I'd say it's considered to be the easiest one and the fastest one. And because of that, you can try lots of different things. Even I think some of my friends, many of my friends are starting are using web as the starting points. So if you guys want to do some side projects, I would suggest you to start from web. And from then on, try to learn, of course, object-oriented and some database design. Then you can go to backend. Or if you want to be a mobile engineer, you can start learning those Swift or Java or Kotlin language specifically.
So Sam,
Yeah.
So Sam, for 3.0 GPA is only for BINUS student or any university?
Yeah. So BINUS student and some university I don't remember. I think one of them is BINUS, ITB. I don't remember the rest. They have different GPA minimum GPA specification.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
I think I'll add something to that, right?
Yeah.
The original question is, wait a sec. What
He
side
wants to be
project is the most useful? I guess anything that you can probably find the users to use it daily, that would be my personal choice. Back to my slides before, I mean, by the end of the day, you could, if you are aiming to work at a startup or big company, they will take a look at your technical proficiency. How do you code? How well do you code? And etc. You could practically build anything to demonstrate on that. But then what keeps you going, right? What keeps you going is just to create something that is used by anyone, even if it's your family. Hope that answer.
Okay. Any question from the student before I ask something?
There's one more question actually. What do you do now since Corona happens?
Yeah.
So within the company, I think for a product manager role, the work is still pretty much there or even more because we're pushed to innovate how to functions in the world of chaos. So it's not like I could say it's still a job as usual, but then just the context is added with Corona in mind. How, like, for example, in property, I just give you a random example, right? In property, how do we make things happen? How do we facilitate the customer to be able to check out the property without even need to go outside their home or meet the agents? That the prioritization previously might not that high before Corona, but then given the situation, it increased the points of prioritization. So that would be my answer for that question. Sam, do you want to add something?
Yeah, about the Gojek that similar, I guess. Sam,
Yeah, so software engineer mainly just work with their laptops.
Yeah.
Anywhere, it can be anywhere. So
yeah,
I guess
that's the good thing for computer scientists, and I think designers also same. Yeah, design. You can work anywhere.
Yeah.
Also anytime. So, but the dangerous part is anytime can be really anytime.
That's
can
correct.
be midnight.
That's
So
correct.
we don't know about salary. Somebody asked about salary. I don't know. Can you answer that?
Average salary. Average salary for engineer or for product manager?
I think for fresh graduate, I think when you join a startup company.
Okay, so I cannot really answer the
above
actual
UMR
numbers, but yeah,
above
above UMR is a definite answer. But I think it depends on two things. First is your skills, and second is which company you're applying to or you get the offer from. Some big companies may offer quite high, but some more old-fashioned company might not value computer scientists as high.
Yeah, I think for the salary is pretty different. Yeah, for startup maybe they can pay more. Like I said, I think last week, or a month, that if you join like what do you call it, some programming competition and you go to the finals in the world, like
Wow.
Albert and Hudson, then you get a lot of offer and more money. But
You can have a
in
good life with
average,
that.
in average, I think in average for computer science is above average Indonesian salary lah.
Yep,
For fresh
definitely.
graduate. So we're not kidding. But of course you need to have a good in programming. One of the programming, at least you have it. But it's better if not only PHP. Yeah. PHP is the basic. If you only know PHP in database in like Mexico, that's the lowest salary that you
Yeah, I
get
guess.
usually.
Yep.
Yeah, because I help some alumni and I know the standard salary. So PHP and MySQL only, that's the lowest. So you should, if you have mobile like .NET or Java, then or Swift, then can be triple or even 5 times, right?
Yep, that's
Okay.
true.
Right. I might add to that. Right.
HTML is not programming language,
That's true.
That's scripting.
It's language,
If
but not programming language.
you ask about salary, right? Even for fresh grade, the range is huge, like literal huge. How do you determine that? Just take a look on which company that you work on. Are they core business is focused on IT, or IT is just a support for their business? It determines on how they will value your capability as an engineer to be paid within the company. So it will be very different if you join like Gojek, which is a technological focused centric startup, versus some insurance company that is using IT just a means for their purposes. So
As another question here. You previously advised us to start a project early. Oh, wait. This one, maybe this one. How much money do 3D modelers earn per month? That's for designers,
I don't know.
Do you know? Or Sir Bayu, you're still here? 3D model, I think is depend. Again, it depends of the company. As if you very good in 3D models, basically you can work in any company, I guess, or you can work as a freelance and you can share some of your examples 3D on the web, and they can people can pay it, right? I forgot the web.
Yeah,
It sends many.
I'm not that. Yeah, I'm not that really know how much does it cost these days. Yeah, but it's really broad. Like low poly 3D modeler, high poly modeler. Is it for games? Is it for advertisement? It's just really wide range. Is it environment? Is it just one model? There are a lot of things. So yeah, I don't know. It can be 100 rupiah per model. It can be $1,000 per model. Depends.
Yeah, I think the first time you need to collect some what you call it customer first. Then after that, you can move up your price. Okay, the others. Wait. Where's the other question? You previously advised us to start a project early while we're still in the uni. Should we do that will gaining experience in mind, or did you mean to get a head start on building user base? So,
right.
I think Samuel and you already do something before graduate.
Again, it depends on your objective, right? Do you want to work on some big company, or do you want to start something on your own? If you want to start something on your own, sooner is the better to build your user base, right? But even without that, you will get both. So if you happen to have some more on point question, I could probably help on that. But to answer your question, you will get both anyway.
Okay. So I think your in your batch, many your friends built a company, right? Like
Right.
Fendi, even before graduate already have company with what
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That-
And also it's good because yeah, again I said Binus International is not that big, so you meet many students from other program that you can also work together, especially design student. Yeah, design and CS I think is compatible if you want to build something, because we all as a CS student I might say we're not good in design. We design mostly square, right? Square and logically lah. Not
Yeah.
like
shapes.
It's
so
more
we need
into
design student
flowchart
to do
rather
that.
than design.
Yeah, you need to pay us better.
Huh? Yeah. No. So yeah. So who's the boss then first, right? Okay. So the other question is cybersecurity very important considering the situation right now with the coronavirus cases. So how about in Gojek security, cybersecurity?
In Gojek. So
Do you need security people?
Wait, yeah. Let me break it down first. I don't think cybersecurity and coronavirus has close relation, but in Gojek we do treat cybersecurity as a priority. Like I said before, for communication we're allowed to use Slack. It's an chatting application, and emails. It's using our company emails. Apart from that, we are not allowed to use any other communication channel. Also, we have we have Zoom for online meetings, but it is encrypted, so no random people can join our meetings. And then we have some other internal stuff that I think I cannot share because
Confidential.
it is a violation of contract. Yeah. Yeah, cybersecurity is very important, but considering the situation with coronavirus, regardless of corona, cybersecurity is important. That's the answer, I think. By the way,
Okay.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, it's okay, Johan. You can come back later. Okay. So I think, how about in Gojek? Do you hire security people from fresh graduate, or every fresh graduate need to start as a programmer for computer science?
For cybersecurity, there was one Binus alumni. His name is Kenny. I don't remember which Binus or which year he was in, but we actually accept fresh graduates those years. But right now, I think we're looking for a more senior cybersecurity guy.
Okay. So because I don't know, in batch 2021, I think like 10 students really into security, so they take certified ethical hacking, so they have certified international. So yeah, it depends. Every batch has different thing to do.
I see.
So,
I see.
Another question from the student. Wait, I need to see. Okay,
I
nothing.
think if you're looking into security side of
Yeah.
the industry, if you're talking about supply and demand, right? The supply is just not there yet. So if you're looking to security field, go for it, because you will be someone that is hard to get from a company point of view.
Yeah. So do you think certification also important when you hire somebody?
Depends, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you
depends
taken
on the field.
as a programmer? I think it's not necessary. It's not. Yeah, we have many programming certification, but it's not that important. I think in the programming, but security and networking is more important to have international certification.
Yes,
right?
That's correct. That's correct. So for programming, I mean, typical software engineer, as long as you have a good algorithm and then you can pass the tasks, the coding tasks and writing tasks, you're good to go.
Okay, this is another question. Well, this fun question. What's the biggest blunder in making your startup? I don't know. You not fail yet, so you cannot answer. You cannot answer.
I think I can answer.
Yeah.
I think I can answer. So
What's your
back when
biggest
we start Go Live, I and Joe used to. We don't know there are different environments. We only know there is production environment. Production environment means that the environment that you are in, the environment that user is in. Typically, when you're developing a product for example, I build Gojek, new features should come into an alpha or beta environment first. We don't ship those new features directly. But back then, when we just started making go live, we do everything directly in production. So there was a time where where there was a bug, and we just know that the bug is actually in production, and we got scolded for that.
Okay.
That's for go live. I think the bigger one is for go pay. So you guys, I assume you guys know GoPay, right? The surprise is when GoPay first released, it was by accident. It was by accident. GoPay was released by accident, not really intended. So yeah, I guess, but that's not really a blunder. But yeah, you get what the point is, right?
Well, that's a good thing, not blunder then.
For GoPay, that is.
So yeah, how about the when you work, how you interaction with the designers as a computer science? How often that you contact with the designers?
Okay, so my primary contact as a software engineer is actually a product manager, not designer. So
Okay.
like Joe said, if you can imagine a circle, product engineer, designer, researcher, they're all at the edge of the circle, and in the middle is product manager. So everyone here at the edge, they communicate towards the center, the product manager. So he's the one who usually gather the requirements, the data that I need, and I just communicate with him.
Okay, so it's more clear, yeah, because one guy that take care everything, so they know it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know. Have you worked together with design student in Venus? Not yet, yeah, your batch. Batch?
We have, like, my thesis is actually a combination of design effort, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I think also in batch previously before you, yeah, like Vito. Vito is your seniors. Vito, Eric. Yeah. We have some complaint from CS or some complaint from design student about they cannot work. Sometimes cannot work together. So again, computer science and designer is a little bit different how they work. So yeah, don't be surprised later on. So
yeah.
Okay. What else? Yeah. Okay. Any question from student? Not yet. Okay. So after you graduate, the first thing you do just get any company, or you choose a specific company that you want to work. So you just or just share all your CV to every company.
All right. My story would be not that conventional, I guess, because I never sent a CV to anyone. When I graduate, I decided to do not want to work in a company and create something with Sam, right? The software house kind of thing. And then actually, I think I haven't officially thanked Venus for this. From my friend in Venus International, I get contacted, and that's where we got the project for building Go Live. And after Go Live is done, 1 month afterward, they contact me and they offer me a job to become a software engineer within the Gojek. At the time, I thought that if I become software engineer, might as well to continue my software house. But then afterward, they contact me again to offer as a product manager, and I researched what is product manager, and I thought, why not? And then I joined Gojek, and I like to think to myself that my company got acquired by Gojek, but in reality, it's just all of us got hired by Gojek.
Okay. So networking also important. I mean, not networking computer science, but network with the other students is very important. So many opportunity, I guess. So yeah. So for new student, make a lot of friends in Venus International. So who knows? Yeah, right. You will work and maybe join some company. Okay. Other question. Maybe a little bit right now our curriculum different than like what 5 years ago, more than 8 years ago. Yeah, we try to change a lot. Like we use Python now in the first semesters. We use GitHub. We use Trello. We use Laravel. Yeah, because input of your from the alumni also. So I think later on you can give us an input what we need to do. Okay. Also, we have right now like a mandatory 3+1 enrichment. Yeah. So 1 year the student need to be internship or research or entrepreneur or study exchange or something. So you only study in BINUS 5 semester only. So the rest outside BINUS. That's we try the student to do something. Okay, what else? Yeah. So okay, you work together with Samuel, right? Build a startup. So how many people? I mean, with only 2 of you, or you also have several others people that help you?
Right. We do have more help, obviously. We have one person to manage our finance and GA. What is GA? General Affair.
Okay.
So to do quotation, invoicing, taxes, because that's obviously not our specialty. And we do have some help actually from BINUS International also, 2 years below us.
Okay.
I think the rest of it is the project basis help. So whenever we have projects, we will get help with those guys, from those guys. Some is from University of Indonesia, some from SMK. So yeah, we gather the people to work on the projects, because if we are relying on ourselves, there's only so much that we can do. I mean, like only one project at a time probably, versus we get the people to work on 5 projects simultaneously.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, good. I mean, yeah, like taxes, finance is not good for CS student.
Though it's fun. I think I take some finance and accounting classes within the year in BINUS.
Yeah, but in that time, yeah, you can do that elective, yeah. But now it's impossible because yeah, everything is 5 semesters, only 5 semesters. So everything is compact already.
I see.
Now, yeah, a bit difficult. So yeah, so when you so you work in Gojek, right? And then you also have a startup. How you spend the time? I mean, you must be work every day, including weekend.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you get 8 hours of your time to work within your company, right? You got 8 hours of sleep and probably eating and etc. You have 3 hours, so that would make 5 hours left within the weekdays. If you find the time, it will get done.
Okay.
And yeah, weekend, much of the weekend is quote unquote sacrificed. But if you're creating something, it will be worth it, I think.
Okay, so this I think another question. Yeah, wait.
Yeah, I think there's some question even for you, sir.
Sure, I have a question. Will there be a student exchange? Yeah, if you want. So in 6 and 7 semester, if you're single degree, in 6 and 7 semester, you can do student exchange. So we have many partners. Okay, you can check in international office. Okay, so between the option of starting a project and internship, which one should be a priority? Well, it depends, yeah. So how about you, Sam or Joe? Johan?
I would say if you're the one who like to explore by yourself, then start by looking for projects, because if you like to explore by doing projects, you're searching for new technologies, you're implementing the latest tools, then you're good to go. But if you're the one who does not like to explore, like you just use whatever you have, I would say start with internship, and do select the company that you want to apply for internship, because some companies might use newer tools, more standard tools that is useful for your development. So I think it all depends on how you would like to grow.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, although in again in Binus right now, for enrichment, again, if you want to work with somebody, maybe internship. Usually after you finish, the company will offer you, because it's 1 year you do internship. Or if you want to build your company, you can join entrepreneur. Yeah, we have a incubation in JWC, so you can work with others people, not only for Binus, to create some startup. Learn how to create a startup. Okay, other question?
Why, sir? It's not there within our years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we grew. We try to create better. So yeah,
That's great. That's great, by the way.
Yeah, but you're in a good place now. So right. So nothing to worry about. Okay, and maybe a design student wants to ask something. So we talk more about the computer science, but yeah, that's because we are always a computer scientist. Again, so right now, okay, you moved to a new company, right, Johan? And then Samuel still in Gojek, but you still running your startup still. Is still running smoothly, or how to? If you find it, of course you will find some problems, right? I mean, when you build something, it's not you have many problems. So how to what do you call it? How to fix it or not fix it? How to what's the word there? Yeah, like a fix it. Yeah. How to
Sure.
fix that thing, the problem.
I would say right now we're not really actively looking for projects. We are more into trying to create a product, but then it only right now we are only using our weekends to do that, because as you mentioned before, I moved to a new company. I need to be focused on that first until everything is settled down, and then I think same goes to Samuel, because he's currently very busy within the company itself, so he only have the weekend time to do that. So stay tuned. Probably we will create some products later on. Okay. I'm not sure. I cannot promise anything yet. And how to make it smooth, actually, yes, I could probably tell something about my previous experience rather than current experience. Okay. Because as I mentioned before, currently we're looking to create a product, right? But back then, when we're actively looking for projects, resource engineering problem is our biggest obstacle, I guess. It's the capacity of the team to create something. Am I still audible?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, John. Okay, it's okay. No problem.
Okay, because everybody's freezing.
Okay, yeah, a little bit. I think. Okay. Okay, now you freeze that or mine. Okay. Okay, I think Johan is freezing now. Okay, wait, Sam. Okay. Samuel, are you there?
Sorry, what?
Okay, so another question. I think Johan is gone.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest obstacle in this course? What course, yeah? Michael, Adrian, what course do you mean? In this university, or what do you mean biggest obstacle in this course? What course? I think you need to explain a bit more about that. Oh, 3D stuff.
stuff.
3D stuff. Did you
What's wrong
take the
with
test?
3D stuff in
Yeah,
design
it's
student?
amazing.
Later lah. If you want to talk 3D stuff later with me, it's okay.
Yeah, Sir Bayu will give you obstacles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
by the way, bye.
Hi. Yeah, yeah.
Someone of the thesis is creating AR, right? Vending machine AR. Yeah,
That's
it's
correct.
nice.
Who?
So,
Siapa?
vending machine AR, using AR. So you
Siapa?
can buy something, but in
Oh.
AR.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Yeah, can't wait for the Apple announcement for AR stuff. Will be nice.
Hey, Johan, you back? Okay, no problem.
Johan here? Cool.
Yeah, Johan is back. Okay. Any other question? Yeah, the design maybe wants to ask question. Sorry. Mostly about computer science. AR Kit 3. What we use it? Yeah, Fuforia.
Yeah. 4 years.
Yeah, we
In
used
that
Fuforia before.
Yeah. In that time, in Samuel Batch, many students create using AR. Family using AR. Fuforia also. AR is still happening. Before you also, I think, what's the name? I forgot. Misha, I forgot. Several students. Yeah, that's hot. Right now, no. Right now, they create many things, many other things. Okay.
Yeah.
But you have a question?
No, I'm enjoying this session actually. So.
Okay. So yeah, this is very good student, and they work in one of the biggest company now in Indonesia. So again, yeah, the thing that make me interesting that when you join Gojek, actually you outsource first, yeah, not actual. Yep. So until now, they do it like that. Hire people to do something. No.
No. It was back when Gojek was still small. There was many informal things happening there, but right now we have been a decacorn for I think a few years, and we have some standardized corporate rules established. So for hiring, we have strict guidelines and everything.
Now it's getting bigger, and not yet to join with Indian programmer yet, right?
Yeah. We have not acquired the Indian companies.
So right now, yeah, you move back and forward, yeah, Jakarta to India, right?
Jakarta, India, Singapore, yes.
So what do you do? I mean, what do you do over there? I mean, you as a like a boss, yeah, from Indonesia to go there. And,
so the perks of being software engineer is whenever you are with your laptop, you can work even at the airport, even at the plane. So what I'm doing over there is actually typically what we call knowledge transfer. So we have a session with our peers there. Either I transfer my knowledge regarding a product to him, or he transfer his knowledge about a certain product to me. Typically, it happens when we have a system or features that we have ownership transfer, something like that. We have to do that.
Okay. So it's like when Gojek open in Vietnam, you also go there to explain things.
No, I have never been to Vietnam and Thailand.
So Singapore is
for Gojek. Yeah, Singapore and there.
So I mean, presentation in English is very important then. How to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you?
Because so for Gojek, because we are a multinational company now, we normally converse in English, even if your team is just consisting of Indonesian people. Because I think right now all the higher ups were not Indonesian, mostly. So yeah, you have no, not Indian. We have many different people there.
Nationality,
yeah, we have different nationalities. So you have to be good at English. And the other thing is, if you're a programmer and you are looking at documentations in the internet, they're mostly all English. So you have to
Okay, you're going to. So,
You should
so
be show for this
Samuel,
one.
okay, the audio. So it's okay. Okay. Okay, another question. Is it usual for design student to be paired with the CS student? Are the mini games provided before are made by a combination of both majors with more than one person or not? So I don't know. Student,
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, no, like yes before, Bahana, that our class combined, your class and my class, we create one game for each group, so one, I think two CS students, oh, that probably with me and Jude as well, yeah. So two
Yeah.
CS student and one designer, and then they create an application, and also with you a game, yeah, one, yeah.
Yeah, game.
So, yeah, it's possible. Yeah,
Usually
but
game.
we haven't done that yet again. We
Yeah.
should go back to that era.
I think AR also, yeah, you with Jude create AR thing.
Yeah.
And so we pair, yeah, usually CS with the design. Yeah. It's very rare that we come. I think we never to join with fashion, right? So
Uh,
it doesn't
yeah.
make sense. So
Well, even GD rarely paired with fashion as well.
yeah. So yeah, it's better because nowadays many people wants to create apps. Yeah. So as a designer, as a computer science is very helpful. That now it's a good time for you, all of you, to create something digitally. Especially in Corona thing, you people see the application, you really need it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to add that the challenge is both students still have their ego. That'll be great.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's not
Interesting. It'll be interesting.
interesting. So what else? Yeah. So yeah, you work. These two guys is first working by themselves and then join Gojek, and then Gojek offer them a job, which is very nice. Okay, when you join, what do you think the most important that you think? Okay, I want to join some company. Johan or Samuel? Or they go?
Right. Do you think in general or
Yeah,
at the
for you,
time?
for yourself, what you decide that, okay, I want to join Gojek in that time,
Right.
although you already have some startup.
Sure. At that time, even though in 2015, I think Gojek was still some random company. Even when I asked Toto, if you know Christopher Glenn from my youth also, I asked him to join Gojek also, right? And I think his parent got some concerns. Why are you joining some object company? What is that? Even in our offices before, there's still some driver throwing some rocks to our offices. If you remember, there's some huge protest from the driver,
Yeah.
project driver to our company previously. So what makes me join Gojek at the end? That's quite hard. I think part of it is they offered me personally to be a product manager, and it's very new at the time. I wanted to learn. That's the main driver for me to join Gojek. I wanted to learn what is product manager is actually. So back then I do not know a thing about product manager, but I dared to work in a company as product manager. I'm not sure is it wise or not, but it turns out well.
Yeah, I know. So same.
No, mine is a bit different. Like Toto though, my parents was against it. What are you doing joining a Gojek company? Even my
What is
parents,
Gojek?
yeah, my parents' friend told me, why do I become Gojek driver? And
Driver.
yeah, that's the first impression when we told other people that we work at Gojek, right? Back
Yeah,
then.
as a driver.
And yeah, so the main motivation that actually made me decided to join Gojek was actually Joe himself. He forced me literally to join Gojek at the time. Yeah, I think that's the reason.
So where's Toto now?
Toto is in German. He's
Oh, okay.
studying. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, for me, I mean, my advice for the student, yeah, yeah, that's a challenge. I mean, you're still young. Don't worry about a thing. Of course, money is important, of course. But again, you're still young. If you see a company, new company, you need to see it there. You can see it. It will grow or not. Yeah, you just join. I mean, don't worry. You can quit later on. You're still young. Even myself, when I joined the first company, the company is not that good after 1 year, so I just moved. Yeah, in that time I
nothing
moved
to
to
lose.
Astra.
Yeah.
I moved to Astra, it's bigger company, so it's more stable. But I think from right now, it's many startup. Yeah, so it's many opportunity. Of course, not all startup will become successful. These two guys very lucky go to Gojek. Okay, so but not actually lucky see, because they have a talent. That's the most important. So as a student, yeah, you need to study hard to get yeah, for the programmer logic, yeah, the algorithm and logic is more important than anything else. So if you at least you have one programming language that you really comfortable to do it, yeah, is you will save almost in any company, I guess. Okay. Okay. So guys, so you said, yeah, in the beginning in Go Live, yeah, you have a many, yeah, not many, some problem. So what the response of the Gojek people? They got mad, or you get a problem, or yeah, how they handle it, the problem that you make?
The perks of being a software engineer is having a product manager to shield me from any kind of abuse. So even if I make mistake, the one who usually gets scolded is Johan.
Right.
Not good.
I think we were lucky back then, because the very first version of Go Live is actually web version. So within the mobile app, they open web view, and then our application is there. So it does not really affect the Gojek application in general.
Oh, it's separate, yeah. So they separated the.
It's a quite separate infrastructure.
Okay.
So yeah, the problem is within ourselves. So that's where we get lucky, I think.
No, it's not good. I mean, yeah, yeah, they're still new. That's not like it. So Go Live is also Go Massage there. No.
Yeah.
So how they decided this should be in Go Live? I mean, yeah, that kind of features.
I think there's, at least at the time, quite clear separation between moving a thing from one point to another point. There's the first pillar. Second is getting something to people's home, and providing or enhancing people's lifestyle. So if you think about, well, another pillar is the online payment, which is GoPay, right?
Yeah.
If you think on the separation from that pillars, it becomes quite clear on which product falls into which. Because yeah, I think we base it on that pillar and what is the focus then, because based on that pillar, they will have their own unique problems. Same thing with lifestyle. Even though lifestyle, the problem is quite different for each products, because the problem for massaging people versus the problem to clean up people's houses.
Mhm.
In the operation side, it's quite different. But then in the conceptual side, we might pull some red string on that in terms of product wise or application wise.
Okay. So, yeah, recently as a project manager, so you work as a team, right? So in Gojek, they have several project manager.
It is actually product manager.
Yeah, product. Sorry,
So
they have several product manager.
we have many product manager actually. Even within Go Live, they have many product managers. Within Go Food, they have many product managers. Just to give you insight, because the last team that I was working on is Go Food, right? Even Food have their own product manager in, for example, optimizing their search result and uh, providing the best experience for promotion and ensuring the best experience in ordering, and probably on the merchant side, creating some integration within the merchants or even creating an apps for the merchants. So
So
yeah,
it's a lot.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
How do you work with your team? I mean, they need to present every week, or do you need to? I mean, yeah, every week, and then the rest they can work by themselves, or how? How do you work with your team
As a
as a
product
product manager?
manager,
Yeah.
there's a lot of flavor in doing product management side of things. But from me, I usually just I usually more focused on the prioritization. So as you might know, weekly or bi-weekly we have a sprint review. If you guys aware of a sprint or Scrum, uh, and then
They will
I
learn.
they will learn. Okay, I
Agile.
provided this sets of stories which already been completed, and a very detailed stories which the engineer ideally do not need to second guess what they need to build after reading that stories. And afterward, I let the team to choose whichever card or whichever stories that they wanted to build on. I just provide the priorities. So for example, if Samuel is currently free, he can take a look at the board. We call it board like Trello, and check the top stories, the stories that is in the top of the list, and he can pick it directly. So yeah, for whoever free, pick the top card. So
Okay.
I do not
So
like
as
to.
yeah, it's okay. So as a product manager, do you what do you call it? Do you need to present to your boss regularly?
Yeah. Of course, there will be some routine cadence, weekly and monthly reports to managers, and I think the one thing that is uh, sometimes forgotten is to update the whole company and to celebrate what we've achieved. Uh, for example, that we built some feature within our team, we already celebrating ourselves. Yay! Finally, we launched this feature. But then we forgot to update the whole company that hey, we actually released this feature. Please uh, tell the world about this and help us spread the message. So yeah, to my manager, some routine updates and reports must be there, but I will add that part.
Okay, so what else? Oh yeah, Samuel already answered it. Yeah, thank you, Sam, about certificate in hacker. Usually in Binus we join with what the name I forgot. Easy Council, so you can get certified ethical hacking with the prize for students. Yeah, in Binus Create, so you can check later on. Okay, another thing. Yeah, I saw when I went to Gojek, yeah, you have a room that you can play games. Did the staff use it or not? I mean, I don't see people playing the game in that time, in that room.
The gaming room in Gojek is, I think the main purpose is to attract newcomers like yourself. So like, oh, Gojek has gaming room, so people would like to join us. I think some people is using it actually. We have PS4 and Xbox there right now. I think we also held FIFA competition sometimes over there. So we use it from time to time, but I don't think they're there to be used like really often.
I saw it arcade games, right? That's
Yeah,
what game is
yeah.
we want that. I want that.
When it first installed, I enjoy play the basketball games quite often. But then after sometimes we got bored and we just leave it.
Yeah. I think if you have it, yeah, you don't want it. If you don't have it, yeah, you want it usually.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but it's nice. It's nice to I think it's why they have this one. It's nice. So it's like when I go to Tokopedia, same. Yeah. So there's some game room again in Prepass also. So yeah, many company has many game room
gimmicks.
company, but nobody there. So why?
I think so. The main idea first is just to copy Google, right? Because Google also has this kind of gimmicks. Second is because programming is quite stressful to our brain. We sometimes need breaks, so I think it's there for that kind of use case.
So yeah, I think programmer is like artist, right? So if you block, you cannot do anything. Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
But if you can do something, you can work maybe like 10 hours straight or something, right? So, yeah, how to handle that? Sometimes you block, right? You have some, I don't know, your memory just stop to think, your brain stop to think. So how to handle it?
Okay.
Drinking?
I think it will be different from it will be different from person to person. Some might say drinking might be the answer, but for me personally, I love to eat sweets and drink coffee. So basically, it just helps my brain to function more efficiently, I believe, and I believe also taking some rest is also good. So whenever I feel tired, I just took a power nap because we also have a nap room in Gojek.
Okay. So about Johan, same problem. You have the same problem, John?
Joe doesn't feel tired at all.
Yeah, it's like
Joe is for me, it's a different problem, I guess.
Like bunny, energizer bunny. Work. Okay, so I think that's happened a lot. I think in programming. So how? As a product manager, so under you is also design people. It's not only programmer or.
Yes, as a product manager, I orchestrate design requests, engineers. Depends on the team, I guess. Is it a small team? Is it a like core team? But I think if you're talking about engineers, if it came into like 7 engineers plus, probably it's time to break down the team to be more focused on the objective itself. For designers, it's usually per team 1 or 2, depending again on the how heavy that design is needed. For example, if for the team that revamping homepage of an application, that might design heavy work which needs more design people. That's it depends on the team itself, because there's one team that 100% managing a back end kind of thing, so there's no design people in there.
Okay. So do you know requirement for design student that want to join Gojek? Or you only take care of the programmer?
Actually, more in, whenever I interviewed, I only interview product people, product manager, product assistant, PA. So I cannot say much about designer and engineer in terms of interview and how to get there.
Okay.
But
So
I can tell you the usual tools that we used within the startup though. Like design, you should learn about Figma and all the prototyping tools, or like Marvel app, I think. So
Marvel. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
those kind of
Marvel. I think they use it in Binus.
Yeah, Marvel. Marvel quite popular here.
Marvel is
Marvel.
nice.
Yeah, although we use Sketch, I think,
Okay.
because
Very
that's
good,
for Mac.
sir.
Yeah.
I think I need to drop off now, sir, because I have another meeting.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Johan.
thank you so much, Johan,
Sure,
for your
sure.
time.
Sure.
We will contact you soon. Yeah, we need to discuss something. Okay.
Feel free
We
to
need input
contact
from
me.
our alumni. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
So,
much for the opportunity. Good
oh,
luck,
maybe
guys.
take a picture first. Yeah. Hey, who's the freshman leader? Please take a picture.
Boleh, boleh.
Guys, take a picture. So turn on your video, guys. Okay. Who's will take a picture?
Not me.
Yeah, of course. Okay, freshman leader. Any of you wants to take a picture? I cannot because I'm using a phone. Please screenshot. Nicholas, don't laugh. Do something.
I'm a CSFL, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, just take a picture lah.
It's yeah, okay.
Okay, using laptop, right? Laptop or something. Or who wants to take? Okay lah, I believe you lah. You take ya. I already take some of it. Okay, John, thanks a lot ya. Thanks a lot to
Sure.
join us. Samuel, we still have time to ask something.
So
You're not
I'll
busy.
drop off now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So another question? No question ya. So okay.
Okay, well, we can just dismiss the class if you want.
Okay, Sam, are you still here?
Yeah,
One
still
more
here.
question. Okay, Sam.
He's stuck here.
So
Yes.
so will you follow Johan?
Oh, what? Sorry?
Or
Oh,
your futures? What's your future? You think?
so because right now I'm in a core team of Gojek. I'm working on the home screen and order screen and some platform level things. I think I still find a lot of things to learn here. So I think I might still stay with the company for quite some time.
Okay, good. Okay, wait. Another question, I guess. Okay. What's the question? Can we take attendance before? Yeah, I already said.
Yeah,
Now
that's
they
the design student. He's afraid of you, man.
You can take attendance if you want. I already asked
Hey,
many
go
times.
ahead, design FL if you want.
Yeah. So yeah, take attendance. I don't
Is
care.
Yvonne as part of the co-host? I know. All right.
Okay. What else? Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. So take attendance. After that, we just leave lah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Time to
our
play.
student will have they need to join the regular. Yeah. Regular. So we have a student from all BINUS. I don't know, inauguration or something. And
Yep.
and then what time with you by webinar with design?
2 o'clock. We will have a webinar from design alumni. Yeah. So this is the opportunity to see what's a designer are up to basically.
Okay.
So just a bit of warning for tomorrow's session. There will be no coding talk or no game talk at all. Yeah. Mostly design. Yeah. So
Okay.
just need to. Yeah, it's okay. All
I
right,
think
go ahead,
CS
Yvonne, take over.
Yeah, CS people, yeah, need to know also. Okay, Samuel.
Yeah,
Samuel,
yeah.
where's Samuel? Okay.
Jessie, can you hear me? I think she's still
Yeah,
muted.
yeah, sure. Yeah, Yvonne, go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
can you hear me?
yeah, we can. Screenshot.
Yeah. I'll do the screenshot. So
Yes.
there's four frame. I'll start with the first one.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
is
for
there
the
somebody?
first one,
Please
3.
on your cameras, guys. Thank you. Both CS and GDNM.
Yeah, all of you, including you, Sam.
Okay, for the first frame, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
know which screen we are.
Yeah, just smile. Second frame, 3, 2, 1. Third frame, 3, 2, 1. And fourth frame, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much.
you, Sam. Samuel, thank you so much to join us. Yeah. Again, I hope you can contact you soon. Yeah. We need the input from you, I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
you
you
so
guys
much.
for having me.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you. Bye all. See you tomorrow then. Or in the
See you
class.
tomorrow. Yeah,
Or in the class. I don't know. We're laughing now.
Okay,
We
bye.